There are around 69,000 unhoused people in Los Angeles County. Even though unhoused people are scattered throughout the county, the largest concentrations are in central and south Los Angeles and the San Fernando Valley. Koreatown is a diverse neighborhood located west of downtown LA and south of Hollywood. It once served as the epicenter of Hollywood during the Golden Age with the Ambassador Hotel, Coconut Grove, and Brown Derby all located there. Today, the neighborhood contains nearly 600 unhoused residents. K-Town for All is a volunteer grassroots organization serving Koreatown's unhoused community members through direct aid and political advocacy. K-Town for All founder Sharon Varghese and attorney Kate Willis examine just how close people are to becoming unhoused. For Public Health Advocates, I'm Jessica Castellanos.
Hi, my name is Sharon Varghese. I'm an organizer with K-Town for All.
Hi, I'm Kate Willis. I'm also a member of K-Tone for All, where I'm a policy co-chair and I'm also an eviction defense attorney.
In 2018, there was an announcement to try and build a bridge home shelter, which is an interim shelter, one in every single council district. The first one that was announced for K-Town. So that would have been in City Council District 10 in Los Angeles. And it faced massive backlash. It wasn't just about the shelter and the shelter placement, but it became a flashpoint for a bunch of different issues that people in the neighborhood had with the city and with governance. A few of us, and how it really started was that we saw these massive protests against a shelter. And for those of us who'd lived in Koreatown for some time, we knew that we'd seen homelessness increase. And we didn't really have any expertise in homelessness or anything, but a few folks came together from just having passed by the protest, the first initial protest, and said, this is ridiculous. The idea that we would be trying to push back against a solution for a problem we can all see with our eyes is getting worse in our neighborhood. We need to do something. Then we just kept growing and growing. And so we originally started as a counter protest movement. Then, by the time the protests ended and compromises were reached politically on opening the shelter, we had learned a lot about homelessness. We do outreach almost every week and in our neighborhood, but we also do continue to do political advocacy.
Homelessness is absolutely disproportionately affecting people of color, and we see that in LA County. The last homeless count was conducted in 2022, I believe, in LA County, and there were 69,000 people in the county experiencing homelessness.
What we see primarily is that Black people are overrepresented in homelessness across the board. And I know in LA County, it's about 30% of people who are unhoused are Black, and despite the fact that it's 8 to 12% of the population.
Eviction becomes this terrible cycle where once you're evicted, that goes on your rental record, and it's something that landlords, prospective landlords, have access to. And it often prevents you from being able to obtain any housing in the future. So having one eviction on your record can basically render you homeless just by nature of having been evicted, whether or not you can afford new housing.
While anything, any one thing could be the difference when so many people are living paycheck to paycheck and struggling to make those jumps. One big emergency without having a safety net can be enough.
I think that most people are closer to eviction than they are to being wealthy, despite our conception of the American dream. Most people can't afford a massive emergency in their life, such as an illness, loss of a family member, loss of a job, your car breaking down. Those big expenses, a lot of Americans don't have those kind of savings with rents being what they are. That puts people at huge risk of eviction.
In particular, we've seen the most aggressive anti-camping ordinances and pro-criminalization statutes in places with the densest homelessness. We know they don't work because we have decades of history of seeing them not work. Continuing to reject that at the state level and also just being aware that at the state level these are the kinds of policies that are trying to be pushed through, I think is another sort of policy shift that we just need to be on guard for.